and welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. So I'm back in my dress that I bought during the week. First purchase in, I don't know how long, I don't know when I bought anything. So it just goes to show how much I like the dress. So today's day was a very lazy day for myself and Jason. We have no advent calendars to open. We have no content filmed. Jason's laughing at me all week, looking at things and going, oh, that's quick content, that's content. All right, Jason. Jason's getting into vlogging mode this week. So yeah, we filmed nothing today. We sat in our butts on the beach today. We had the first sunny day today. We'd like little sneaks of sun during the week, but it's mostly been cloudy. But we got up this morning, had breakfast. I am not going to mention the fact, Jason, there was no waffles or bananas today.
Don't mention the waffles.
Partly I've mentioned the waffles, or lack of, every day. But anyway, so I haven't mentioned. So we saw the sun, we grabbed our stuff, and we went and we lay on the beach. We had coffee and cake in the middle of the day, and then we went back to the beach again. So we lathered in sun cream today, so hence no sunburn. It's amazing. I feel very proud of myself. Jason has a touch of sunburn, but that's nothing too unusual. But I'm as white as I arrived, which is very unusual. And I don't think we've ever been to Lanzarote with such little sun either, have we?
No.
So we were thinking today that today's vlog was going to be very non-content, which it is. So we were thinking we would tell you why we like coming to Lanzarote in December. Do you want to join me on the couch, Jason? Are you able? Jason got sun cream in his eyes today and probably a lot of sand. And we've just both had a shower and the bath is full of sand. I tend to bring a lot of sand home anyway, don't I? Because I do, despite,
like a magnet, aren't you?
I am like a magnet for sand and dirt, yeah. And God, look, so white. There's no makeup, there's no nothing. I've just had a shower, so it's all natural. I do tend to keep lathering on the sun cream. Now, I've been really good at it this year, so I've made sure, and Jason has kept an eye on me, because normally there's some random spot that I will miss, like, you know, like a line here, or I forget my chin, something like that. So I've been very vigilant in the sun cream application. But of course, putting on the sun cream a few times on the beach normally means that I attract more sand, so I brought a lot of sand home. But thankfully for the saltwater sandals, I was actually able to walk in the water today, so that was really cool. It's very rocky, very rocky. So yeah, why we like coming to Lanzarote in December? Basically, I personally like coming to Lanzarote in December because it is around the time of the year that I start to get a bit burnt out. So at the end of the year, it's kind of like the school year. So if anybody's a teacher, they can see the kids getting a bit wrecked coming up to all of the breaks. And coming up to December, I'm just wrecked. So for the last couple of years, I've ended up, last year I got some sort of weird flu. I think the year before I got some sort of chest infection. I normally get a cough. Somebody has a cough. And I find that by the time all the Think Pink boxes are gone out, all the Advent boxes are gone out, it's good to get away. So we particularly booked to go on the 2nd, so that if anything cropped up on the 1st, I could take care of it. It kind of worked out well that way anyway, because for us logistically to go on holidays, and we're really going to see the benefit of the move next year, for us to go on holidays, what we have to do is we have to first of all look at the dates. I'm going off on a tangent now. Slight tangent.
You're giving us content, so it's great.
What we have to do is we have to look at the dates that we'd like to go to Lanzarote, or anywhere else for that fact, but it's normally Lanzarote we come to. And then we have to look at other flights for Jason to basically come from England to Ireland with enough of a turnaround to get on another plane to go to Lanzarote. And then for our return flight to come back in enough time for him to get another flight to go back to go to work. So it's a logistical nightmare, but we seem to have done it each time. Now, this time it was a little bit tight because we looked at our flights to go, and so we can't really book anything until we've got those 4 flights timetabled, basically. So this time, for instance, Jason took a 4 o'clock flight. Am I right? 4 o'clock
to come
flight
over, yeah.
On the Friday, the 1st, to come over. So you landed and you were down with me at about
9:30, 10.
10 o'clock. and then our flight then to Lanzarote was at 4 o'clock the following day. So that was great. That gave us enough time then to make sure that we'd everything packed. Jason had packed about 2 weeks beforehand anyway. And then I did my packing last minute, which is normal, and that's why I forgot loads of stuff. But again, that's normal. And then for us now to travel home tomorrow, so we get an 8 o'clock flight tomorrow evening. That's much later than we normally plan, but I think the one that was a bit earlier was just
too early.
Lost
too
early,
much time.
and more expensive, I think, as well. So we fly home tomorrow. We fly at 8:30 tomorrow evening. We arrive in Dublin at about 1:45. This is all going well. We get home, then it'll probably be about maybe 4, I'd say more close to 4 before we come home.
Yeah.
And then Jason has a flight out of Dublin then again at
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
4 o'clock in the afternoon. So generally for a flight to go at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Jason leaves 4-ish hours beforehand. So that's how it works. And that's if everything goes on time. So yeah, basically getting back to the question. So yeah, that has been our logistical fun for the last number of years. But next year we'll be able to just fly together.
Hopefully from Bournemouth or Bristol, whichever fits the times and the price, etc. So
yeah, so it will
be a bit easier.
It will be much easier. So that's another bonus of the whole move. So yeah, I like to go so that everything's kind of done and dusted. And I always feel that the end of the year is the end of November anyway. We don't post an awful lot in December anyway, because goodness knows where it'll go. And we wait and send the December Think Pink boxes at the end of December anyway. Our neighbours now are moving furniture again. I don't know what they're at, but anyway. And I remember the first year we went to Lanzarote actually. I had never thought about going on holidays in December. But I have a friend who has an apartment, and I can't remember why, but she said she had a week free, and did I want it?
Oh, that's right.
And I can't quite remember how that worked out. But anyway, we jumped at the chance and we went, and it was actually really cool because it almost feels a bit naughty going on holidays in December. So you're leaving the cold and the snow and all the just fun of winter, and you're coming to a country or an island which is nice and hot. It's not terribly hot. There's Christmas music and there's snowmen, there's reindeers, there's Santa Claus, there's everything going on, and it's a little bit surreal. So we found it really funny the first time, and it was actually great fun to come on holidays in December, and we've kind of made a habit of it since. COVID put a stop to it, of course. And so this is our first year now to come again in December. We came last year in June, and I think it actually made us realise how cool it is to come in December, because
it was too hot.
It was too hot, and this time of the year it's really bearable hot. So it's shorts and sunglasses and t-shirts and whatever. It's between 18 and 23 degrees, which is very manageable. It's not the same 23 degrees at home where we're sweating from every orifice. For some reason, it's not as sweaty Betty over here. Of course, there is always what everybody says. There's the nice Lanzarote breeze, which is really good as well. We have to be very careful with that, with the sun cream, of course. It's also brilliant for going down to the beach, and you can actually lay your towel on the sand and you can just sunbathe on the sand. During the summer, you have to get a sunbed, and that's at least like 20 quid for the day, isn't it?
Yeah, and as soon as you get up for lunch, whatever, I'm sure everybody's had this. As soon as you get up for lunch, what do? Do you leave one person behind to keep hold of the beds, or do you all go together and just let the €20 go, which is a real waste of money?
It's an expensive day out of the beach when you have to like hire a sunbed. I'm never that comfortable on the sunbed anyway. I can never get comfortable. At least in the sand, you can sort of make a little nest under your what's it called, the towel or whatever. It's not as busy this time of the year either as well. We've noticed that there's like a huge range of ages here on holidays, but it seems to be families with very small children, because obviously this kind of weather and this surrounding is great for small children, because the beach isn't terribly busy, it's not terribly hot, they're pretty safe here. And then there's kind of our age and
50 plus, many reckon,
yeah, and a
majority.
lot older. I've also noticed there's a lot of people here with, they almost look like they're rehabilitating after operations and things. We've seen a lot of crutches. Seen a lot of like knee bandages. So maybe it's the recoup
But we
place.
found the other day, didn't we? Found a row of shops, and there was a dentist down there. There
Oh
was three
yeah,
doctors, the pharmacy. Some were German, some were mainly Polish,
yeah.
and there was dental surgeries, weren't there?
Oh yeah, maybe
So it's
those a
almost
lot.
like a lot of people come here to
Mm,
get dental work or a knee operation that's half the
that's
price,
true.
or to beat the
Yeah,
queue. I don't know.
yeah. I think, well, there seem to be a lot of like plastic surgery available as well.
Yeah, I don't know
So
why you
yeah.
want to come on holiday and do that. But
To each their own. But anyway, we
mm,
didn't even know
mm,
that option was there, but you never know. Now, we normally go to Port El Carmen, which is really handy for the airport because
mm,
it's
very
a
close enough.
really quick, I think it's hardly 10 minutes depending on what complex you're in. And it's normally 15 odd quid, sometimes 20, depending where you're staying in the taxi. This time we came to Playa Blanca just for a change. And I think, what was the taxi?
Is it
50,
50,
50
51?
quid.
Yeah.
And it was late at night. And I think it was maybe 35, 40 minutes at a push.
Mm,
So that wasn't bad.
yeah.
So yeah, it's really good because a number of years ago we went to Benidorm, myself, Jason, and Karis, and I think the taxi was something like 75 quid,
At least, yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was like a rally car. It was like zoom, zoom, zoom.
Not as bad as the New York one, is it?
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that was an
That's like
experience.
going with Starsky and Hutch back to the airport, wasn't it?
While she had her lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talked on her phone and all sorts. That was
That's
crazy.
it. Now this place is it feels an awful lot smaller than Port El Carmen. It's of course Port El Carmen has the big long strip basically. So there's tons and tons of places
Mm,
to find for food. It's a little bit more limited here. Where we are as well. If we want to go more shopping, we have to walk a little bit further, which is not the end of the world. But this is a lovely complex that we're in. So this is kind of everything here at our doorstep. And anyway, we're here for the break. We're here for chilling on the beach and just having a few nice meals out. Meals roughly with a cocktail seem to be 45 to 50 euro.
for two,
So
yeah.
for two. So
Yeah.
that's main meal, possibly a starter. We've had one starter, two main meals, and maybe three drinks
Yeah,
for
yeah.
45 quid. So
Yeah.
it's not like majorly
No.
expensive. Lots of little supermarkets, so plenty to buy. We don't tend to buy much food anyway because we eat out, and we've all made the mistake of going out and doing the big shop. And what's the point? I mean, I do the big shop at home, but I don't eat it.
Mm,
So
mm.
yeah, we haven't had much luck with milk this week, though. The milk has gone off, so we brought some back from breakfast this morning, and that seems to be
Mm.
nice. But yeah, basically, it's down to the fact that we think it's a great time of the year to boost up the vitamin D, particularly after the shoddy summer that we've had in Ireland and the UK this year. Those couple of weeks in May definitely weren't enough to boost the vitamin D supplies for sure. So we've got that like cheeky little input of vitamin D in December, which is good. And I think it'll be enough of a little breakaway to get us through the next couple of wet and murky months.
Mm. Mm.
So yeah, we are.
I always find Christmas, for my job, it's cold, wet, damp. And I get to Christmas and I'm just exhausted. I've had enough. Whereas
Yeah,
the holiday gives me a bit of a push.
to get
And
the
when I get to
last.
January,
Yeah.
I like we all just like, it's a new day, it's a new year, let's go for it. And then, well, after about a month, you start talking about spring, don't you? And it
Yeah.
seems better. But the decline from
Mm.
October and December, working outside for me anyway, just from my point of view, it's like,
Mm.
I've had enough.
But even working inside an office job, looking out at the dank and the traffic and the weather, and ugh, mind you, I still have the best commute to work. But yeah,
Mine's even shorter.
just sort of boosts us for the rest of the winter, basically. Yeah. So I think I would much prefer to go in December for all those reasons. We nearly always fly out of Dublin, so I think there's a flight nearly every day for a couple of times during the day out of Dublin. We went from Knock one year, but I don't think there's any flights out of Knock at the moment. Excuse me.
Knock's really gone down, hasn't it?
Yeah,
There's no flights to Bristol either.
very few flights. But that year that we went, I think we went from a Thursday to Thursday, and it was actually really cool. But yeah, loads of flights. We paid just over €400 for the 2 flights this time, which is very cheap from Ireland. We did have a look for similar flights out of, say, like Bournemouth, and they were half the price. They were only £100 each, which is just incredible. The last time that the 3 of us went, actually, myself, Jason, and Keris, we priced them to go out of Dublin, and they were like £500 each. So we had a look to see how much they were out of Bristol, and I think we got the 3 lots of flights for £500.
Yeah.
I think it might have even been a bit less. And it actually paid for myself and Keris to fly over. We camped out in the airport that night. That was an experience. And so we saved about €1,000. So I don't know why flights out of Ireland are just so crazy expensive. But the other reason as well that I like going in December is that we know we're leaving crappy weather at home. So for instance, my brother and his family went on holidays to Tenerife this year, and they went during one of the nicest weeks we had at home, and they came back to Irish paddy summer. So that was a bit sad. But in defence, my brother did say even if he took a week off at home, he would probably still be working or doing things at home. But anyway, I suggested they go in December instead. But anyway, so that's our little that's our little sum up of why we like to go in December. If there's anywhere that you guys like going in December that you would recommend, let us know, or let us know in the comments what you think. So we're off for dinner now. We don't quite know what we want to eat. My stomach is still very unsettled. We went for a steak last night, and there was just nothing on the menu that I fancied eating. I just still have like an almost turned stomach. It's really weird. I ordered, what was it? Spaghetti carbonara. I think I had 2 bites. I had 2 mouthfuls. Now, it wasn't particularly nice, I will admit, but no, it turned my stomach. So I ended up apologising to the waiter. Kept walking past us, looking at my bowl, and I felt so bad. So I did say to him, "It's not you, it's me. I'm not well." So we were going to go for an Indian tonight, but I don't know. I think we might just walk out and see
what takes your fancy, I think, because I don't mind what I eat really, but I'll eat something anywhere. But your tummy's not great, is it?
Still
and
not great.
ironically, when I first met Andrea 7 years ago, we come abroad, didn't we? You were like an eating monster, weren't you?
I do eat like a monster. I'm a good eater.
She could tuck a good meal away like I could, and now
I'm a good eater. Like, but no, it's my stomach. Just don't feel well this week. And anyway, I have a smaller appetite as a menopausal woman, I reckon. But anyway, it's that stomach bug is still there.
I think we'll just go for a walk, see the signs. If you go, oh, that sounds nice, go in there, because I can find almost any menu card that I eat, whereas it's more selective for you. So I think we'll go out and prioritise Andrew's stomach tonight.
My belly.
Especially as we're flying tomorrow. So
exactly. So so we'll be packing in the morning and we'll fly in the evening. So we'll see what we can manage to vlog tomorrow. So
bit of shopping tomorrow.
Oh yeah, there is a bit of shopping tomorrow. Yeah, we will. Retail therapy tomorrow. Yeah. So we enjoyed the sun today. It was nice. I'm very proud of the fact that I look as white as I did this morning. It's good. Bye bye. See you all tomorrow.
Bye.